Hey guys, welcome back to Clatterbuild. This video is going to be one of the most important videos in your CLAT prep journey. And this video essentially covers how to prepare for CLAT exam in 8 to 9 months, literally from scratch. You're probably seeing this video in March or April and your exam is in December, which provides you roughly with like 8 months. And if you're seeing this even closer to the exam date, you might have even lesser time. So now how do we go about preparing for an exam like CLAT from scratch, from the very beginning? For the first time, if you're not a drop student, this is probably the only time you would want to write this exam in your lifetime, because you would want to clear it the first time that you write. And if you are a drop student, then you probably know what mistakes you made, and perhaps this would be the last time that you want to write this exam ever again. So how do we go about strategizing our preparation? Because again, we all know this, we don't have an endless time, we have studies to cover, we have things to do and CLAT to prepare for, and time is limited. So strategy, and an efficient strategy at that, is a must in your preparation. Now so many of you just get very stressed and worked up ki, ma'am, we did not start preparing in our 11th standard, we did not start preparing 2 years ago, do we even have enough time, is it even worth considering? Because the exam is in December, we don't have so much time, we don't have 2 years. And my answer to these things is always a yes. Yes, it is worth considering, because CLAT is not some exam like JEE where you need a lot of memorization, a lot of rote learning. CLAT is an aptitude based exam, and if you are right in your strategy, it can literally take you 5 months to prepare well and clear this exam, because it is mostly about aptitude. It is how you perform on the day of the exam, what's your mindset, what's the headspace that you are in, rather than how much you have memorized. Obviously, some sections require memorization, but it is so much more than that. Now, before strategizing, we need to understand the requirements of CLAT exam. First requirement of this exam is without doubt improving comprehension and reading skills. And reading speed is so necessary, because 3 out of 5 sections are heavily reading based, and even the 2 sections, GK and maths, that are not very heavy reading based are also based on passages and comprehensions. So it's literally how well you read, how fast you understand, how quick can you understand and solve the questions, because it's all there, it's all in the exam. It's all about how fast can you do it. So initially, when you start with your mocks, out of 120 questions, you might only be able to attempt 70 to 80 questions, which is also a very good start. However, once you start giving mocks regularly, you would probably need to level up your score, and for that you would have to increase your attempts and thereby your reading speed. So this is the first aspect that I will be discussing in this video. Coming to the second aspect is understanding difficult English based passages. So it's CLAT and it's not just English sections, but every section that's there is in English, and there's no option to write it in different languages, which is biased, but what can we really do about it? Then prepare for it. So now how do you go about this? When you have to solve 20 passages, almost 20 passages, and so many questions in a span of 2 hours, and all of them are likely to be very difficult. So this is another aspect that I will be covering in today's video. And lastly, current affairs, which carry at least 35 marks in the exam. But apart from that, current affairs is what connects you on English and legal as well, alongside GK obviously, because most of the passages in legal are likely to be from current legal affairs, and even English passages are likely to be from, say, something related to current affairs, or some current news article, or some current good literary work. So current affairs are a must. So this is the third aspect that we'll be discussing in today's video in detail. Now let's talk about how to improve your reading speed. Now, in order to improve your reading speed, you need to read a lot in order to be able to get into the zone of reading a lot. Now, the most common question that's asked to me is, ma'am, what do we really read? Now, you can read anything, and you can start from anything, from newspapers to non-fiction books to really good articles on websites such as Medium and other such websites which have really good blog posts, and this could be a good start for you to get into the practice. Apart from that, really good newspapers such as the Indian Express, Times of India, the Hindu, especially the editorial parts of these papers, is a good idea to start with. So if you consistently follow any of these newspapers daily for a solid 3 to 4 months, you will find a substantial change in your reading speed. Similarly, for interpretation of these passages, you need to solve a lot of passage-based questions. And to improve comprehension, you need to read a lot of these articles in order to get an understanding of how to really analyze something, whether it's a good idea or not, how to analyze the strong argument, weak argument, central argument, assumptions, conclusions of these articles that you are reading. So these editorials are written by various scholars, lawyers, and really amazing experienced people whose opinions help you create your own informed opinion once you read from both sides and you read more and more about that specific area. Now, initially, you will find it very difficult to understand these editorials and passages because they are of a very high standard and you are probably used to your class 10th, 11th CBSE, ICSE books, or maybe some novels that you found interesting. However, CLAT has a lot of substantive parts and very difficult English-based passages. So initially you might not understand. Please don't be afraid. Start with reading 2 to 3 editorials a day and then you can take it up, and once you get into the zone, it will be very easy for you to read 4-5 editorials at one go without losing track of what you are reading. And this reading speed work and comprehension work can only be tested if you solve more and more. So solve a lot of sectional and mock tests, see if your reading speed is changing, see if your attempts are increasing, and try being better at your question solving skills than you already are. Even Clatipult has amazing mock test series and sectional test series that you can get shipped at your own place. And if not Clatipult, you can find your own various sources available on the internet that you can practice. The key idea is to practice on a regular basis so that you are always in the momentum and you can test if the strategies that you're trying is working out for you or not. And there's no better way to even get better at reading speed than actually solving mock test papers which are catered to simulate an exam-like environment for you to get better at your reading speed and speed reading techniques. Let's discuss one of the most important aspects of CLAT exam apart from reading comprehension and understanding English and speed reading those passages, and this is your current affairs and static GK. Now, static GK is something that you should take up in the later stages of your preparation because it is something that is not of an urgent, important basis, even though it is a substantial portion now since 2025 CLAT had a direct passage from static GK related to, say, World War I, if I am not wrong. But it's something that you can keep aside as you have limited time right now, but something that you should definitely not ignore fully. However, coming to current affairs, there are tons of sources that you can refer to in order to deal with current affairs, and one of the most common sources is monthly compendiums. So many of websites on the internet such as Drishti.is, Vision.is, and there are other sources such as Cloud Affairs, GK Today, which have monthly compendiums and compilations, including a lot of coaching materials available as well. You can refer to either of these. Please make sure you do not get super ambitious and think of covering all the sources A to Z, because that's not going to work. Every one of us probably has this burst of energy where we think that I'll cover all 5-7 sources of GK and be really good at that no matter what's asked of me, I won't do it wrong. But trust me, that's not how it works. There's so much information that you're likely to miss something or the other. But having 1 or 2 good sources allows you to revise so that what you know is not forgotten, let alone trying to memorize newer and newer things that you're likely to forget later on. And as I cannot stress enough, newspapers not only help you with your reading speed, but also obviously in your legal current affairs and your GK current affairs as well. Now let's discuss maths for CLAT. I know even though you have a very limited time, maths is a section that please do not make the mistake of ignoring. It is a section that can make huge differences in your rank if you're really good at that. And even if you're average, you might be pushed behind a lot if you completely skip out on this section. So make sure to at least attempt the section. Maths is not as difficult as your 11th standard exams or 12th standard board exams. Maths here is up till your class 10th standard, though a bit tricky than that. So it's a good idea to practice a lot and just get better at your basics. So if you're quick to add, subtract, divide, multiply and do all of these small mathematical operations, then you're likely to solve any puzzle in maths very quickly and get a good score at that. If you're especially aiming for a top NLU, maths is something that can either put you at a huge advantage or at a huge disadvantage, and you can now decide what you really want out of it. Lastly, one of the most important things is to know that this really can be achieved. It's not unrealistic. There are people who have done this in even lesser time than you already have, and that is why it's so important to not only be disciplined and harsh on yourself, but also be encouraging and motivated, so that you are able to balance your class 12 and your CLAT exam. Just remember that once you are through this stage, everything is going to be 10 times easier for you than for people who might not be able to clear this exam. And nothing is going to be as life-changing as your class 12th and CLAT exam strategies, because these are something that can literally define your whole career. So why not just stay motivated, stay positive, and focus on your preparation. That's it for today's video. See you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.